Welcome to episode number 7 of his Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise series. And today I'm obviously playing my Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise. Obviously, like I said 10 seconds ago, like I said it's episode 7. Like I said 10 seconds ago, we're about to play the Cowboys at Lambeau in the divisional round. We beat the Cardinals 36-19 in the wildcard round, which was in the last episode. Or we beat the Cardinals in the wildcard round 36-19 in Glendale at State Farm Stadium, where the Cardinals play. If you haven't seen that episode yet, it's the last episode of the series, obviously. It'll be in the orange sky in the top right corner right up here. There should be an icon that pops up at the beginning of the video. And the reason we were road for the first game is, well, the Cardinals were a higher seed. And the reason why we're the home team of the second game here in the divisional round is because we're the higher seed. And you're wondering, well, if you were on the road for the first round, the wildcard round, that means you were a wildcard team, and now you're home for the divisional round. And now you're home for the divisional round. That means you're playing another wildcard team, and that's really what could happen. That's the only really that could happen. Here's the playoff bracket. The Chiefs, well, starting in the AFC. Browns always get the first round bye. So, with this game, when it's a normal franchise, no fantasy draft franchise or anything like that, the Browns always do well. It's been like that for like 3 years. I don't know why, but the Chiefs beat the Chargers 21-14, close game. The Ravens beat the Jaguars. Yes, the Jaguars are in the playoffs still. And as the 3 seed too, the Ravens were the 6 seed. The 6-seeded Ravens beat the 3-seeded Jaguars 35-24, and then the 4-seeded Bills obliterated the Patriots 42-17 like they did in real life. So now it's Ravens at Browns, and then Bills at Chiefs, and then on the other side you have the Washington Football Team. It's a 2 seed. You have the 7 seed Seahawks upsetting them 26-20. I said the game was in Washington, or really the arena, or not the arena, but the stadium's actually in Maryland. It's FedEx Field, I think. And then the Cowboys were the 6 seed, upset the 3-seeded Saints 31-28. And then I just need to say upset, but saying that we were the 5 seed, they were the 4 seed. We were the 5 seed, Cardinals were the 4 seed. We beat them 36-19. So that was the biggest point differential out of the 3 NFC wildcard playoff games. For the AFC wildcard playoff games, the biggest point differential was the Bills and Patriots game. So now it's Cowboys, who are the 6 seed, are going to Green Bay to play the Packers, who are the 5 seed. So it's the Cowboys at Packers, and then it's the Seahawks at Vikings. The only way we're going to host the NFC Championship game, the Packers are, well, 2 ways we can do that. We have to, first of all, win against the Cowboys. Second of all, we need the Seahawks, who are the 7 seed, to upset the 1-seeded Vikings in Minneapolis. So, yeah, my prediction is it's going to be, I want to be home because we are the last game. The Cowboys at Packers are the last game on divisional weekend, so we'll know during the game who we're going to be playing. If it's only the Seahawks, and if it is, then the winner of the Cowboys and Packers game will host the NFC Championship game. But if it's the Vikings, then whoever wins this game between the Cowboys and the Packers will go to Minneapolis to play the Vikings. And then for the other side, I'm thinking I want to play the Seahawks just because it would be cool if we can host the NFC Championship game. But my prediction is Packers, Vikings, and then Browns and Chiefs. And then for the Super Bowl, I'm thinking Packers, Chiefs, because that would be a rematch of Super Bowl 1. So that was my prediction in real life, but the Packers lost against the 49ers in the divisional round in real life, and then the Chiefs blew that 21-3 lead against the Bengals and lost 27-24 in overtime in the AFC Championship game last weekend. So and now today, at least the day I'm filming this video, which is Sunday, February 6th, is a Pro Bowl in Las Vegas, and obviously next Sunday is Super Bowl 56, Rams, Bengals in LA. I will be doing a Super Bowl 56 sim. That video will most likely go up on Super Bowl Sunday at 10 a.m. Because I'll probably film it Saturday and then schedule to go up at 10 a.m. on Sunday, which is the next day, and also that Sunday, like I said, I'll schedule my Super Bowl 56 sim to probably go up at 10 a.m. next Sunday, because, well, next Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, and it would be cool if I didn't post my Super Bowl 56 sim on the day of the Super Bowl, and if I posted at 10 a.m. it would be 7.5 hours before the real life Super Bowl, or the real life Super Bowl 56. So yeah, we're both 11-6. So lucky that we had a tiebreaker over the Cowboys, because if it was the other way around, we would be going to Dallas. But we had a tiebreaker over Dallas, so Dallas is to come to Green Bay, and I think we're playing in a blizzard, because if you go down here, see me in playoff blizzard, discuss the forecast for your playoff game. Usually I do these off camera, but I saw it, I was like, I'm going to do it on camera. And it looks like we might be playing in snow, and if that's the case, obviously that real life Packers and 49ers game, it really started to snow in the second half. and everyone started falling and slipping. Like Deebo Samuel of the 49ers limped off after he had that first down and that big third down with like a minute left. That got the 49ers in field goal range. He limped off. So if it's snowing, obviously we still have to kick the extra points and field goals, but it might be difficult to do like 50, 60-yard field goals and to pass the ball. Depends, well, how much snow there is, and yeah, depends on, yeah, the Vikings were also 11-6, remember that, and the Panthers were 11-6, but 11-6 as well, but they had a tiebreaker, the Vikings did, so they won the NFC North, and they won they got the 1 seed and the first round bye, and the Panthers will still make the playoffs, but ended up as the 5 seed. And also, I think I said before that we actually lost both times to the Vikings. That is actually, I believe, false. I think we lost in week, okay. Yeah, we lost in week 11, 34-27, and then we did beat them in week 17, 31-7. I think I said in the last episode, and like last two episodes, or at least the last episode, we lost both times. We actually did beat them in week 17, but unfortunately they had a tiebreaker. I'm not sure what the tiebreaker was. It might have been because it wasn't head-to-head because we were 1-1 against them. It must have been some other tiebreaker. But yeah, should be today. Let's get into it. So my prediction, like I said, is Browns, Chiefs, and then Vikings, Packers, and then the Super Bowl. My prediction in this game, obviously, is Packers, Chiefs, because that'll be a rematch of Super Bowl 1. Oh yeah, I forgot this team meeting. Usually I do this off camera, but it's a playoff game. I want to do this on camera. And if it was something about like wasn't that important, I would just skip it, even if it's a playoffs. But this is important because it's probably between. All right, fellas, I'm sure you know where the forecast is calling for blizzard-like conditions out there this week, so expect for less than ideal conditions. There's Rodgers. Okay, snow like this is a great equalizer, and the Cowboys are a dangerous team, even in regular circumstances. But they don't play in the snow, because obviously they play in Dallas. Even if it did snow, which it did, a few days ago, they got like 2-3 inches of snow. They're in a dome stadium. Yeah, footing's gonna be rough. Oh yeah, players for both teams have trouble accelerating, changing directions, and reaching their normal top speed. At least it's for both teams. And then Game Day Doll beat the Cowboys. Oh no. So we got beat the Cowboys obviously because winner will move on to the NFC Championship game, and the loser obviously will go home. But at least it's equal where like all the players for all the players for either team or for both teams will have like I said, harder to change directions, harder to top speed, all that good stuff. They do have Amari Cooper as a 94 overall, but we have a 99 overall Devontae Adams. Cooper had 78 receptions, 953 yards, and 9 touchdowns in the regular season. He's 6'1", 210. He's a pretty good player. We have Adams though. Well, it's 99 overall, number 17. He's 99 overall. Adams is number 17. Pretty good. Now, in my opinion, he's best receiver in the league. And I know I'm a Packers fan, but even like non-Packers fans say that, or at least not first. He might be second or third, but he's definitely top 3, if not first. So yeah, now it's in the divisional playoff game. Play full game. No, not offense only. I did not mean to do that. Bad now. That was my bad. So, play full game, not offense only. I'm used to playing my career mode and I just filmed, not just, but between the last episode of this series, I filmed an episode of my Madden 22 Face the Franchise series and my Madden 22 Career Mode series, where in both of those series I play offense only, so that's why I did that. So, play full game, 10 time to charm there. Sorry it's 9 minutes in the video, but just a playoff game. Could be a long video regardless. We're in 88 overall, they're in 84. They have Amari Cooper has wrapped them up. Ezekiel Elliott has freight train, and then Zach Martin, he's just on there. He's not even a superstar, or he doesn't have an X-Factor or a superstar or anything like that. Adams is double me. Alexander, our cornerback, has shut down, and then obviously Rodgers is gambler, which means I think he adds 10 to 15 yards, something like that. It's 10 yards or 15 yards to his throw if it's activated, obviously. Play call in hands. Let's get into the game right now. Winner move on to the NFC Championship game to play the Vikings or the Seahawks, and obviously we'll find out because during the game, because I'll have the final scores of all the 3 other games. Is this last game of the divisional weekend, which it probably should be. I mean, this is a good matchup. Last time the Cowboys were at Lambeau for a playoff game, at least. Obviously, there was that Des Bryant catch or no catch. 40 touchdowns and 18 interceptions for Prescott. They have DeMarcus Lawrence. We have Tinsley Titi. We also have Curtis Samuel. They have CeeDee Lamb as well. Both teams are 11-6 in the regular season. Obviously not 12-6 with their one playoff win. Let's watch the prediction. Allen Roach. Definitely snowing, that's for sure. Remember, it's a former Panthers coach, Mike McCarthy, too, for the Cowboys. These two quarterbacks have played each other in the postseason and in the regular season, as it's NFL playoffs in the snow in Green Bay. Obviously, on the other side, the Cowboys coach is the former Panther coach, Mike McCarthy, and it looks like, I'm not sure who hits the ball first. I'd rather have them hit the ball first. And the Ravens beat the they did the ball first. I'd rather have us hit the ball since than that. Wind is 14 miles per hour blowing like at a diagonal like that. But the Ravens, the 6th seeded, the Vikings won. So this is the last home game of the year for the Panthers, regardless if we win or lose. And for the Cowboys, well, they won't did a home game. As the winner of this game will go to Minneapolis to play the Vikings in the NFC Championship game. Here we go, return from about the 5-yard line, and he's up to the 26-yard line, 4 seconds into the game. Here comes Dak Prescott and Dallas offense. As like I said, 40 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, threw for 4,500 yards, just over 4,500 yards. So like I said, the Vikings beat the Seahawks 31. The Vikings beat the Seahawks 31-14, and the winner of this game will play the Vikings in Minneapolis in the NFC Championship game. And like I said, the 6th-seeded Ravens beat the 1-seeded Browns 17-10, and the Bills beat the Chiefs. And there's a flag. That might be a face mask. So the Bills beat the Chiefs 19-14. The Ravens beat... Yeah, that is a face mask. But the Bills beat the Chiefs 19-14 in Kansas City. That is on Tinsley Titi. So that's 15 yards, and they're up to the 44-yard line. So the Ravens beat the... You missed anything. 1st and 10 for Dallas, so they're on 44-yard line. So the 6th-seeded Ravens beat the 1-seeded Browns in Cleveland 17-10. And then obviously the 1-seeded Vikings beat the 7-seeded Seahawks in Minneapolis 31-14. And then the Bills, who were the 4-seeded Bills, beat the 2-seeded Chiefs in Kansas City 19-14. So it's what? It's now what? The Ravens at Bills... it's the Ravens at Bills in the AFC Championship game, and then it will be the Packers or Cowboys at the Vikings in the NFC Championship game. So it's the last home game for the Packers, regardless if we win or lose, because obviously if we win, move on to the NFC Championship game where we'll play the Vikings in Minneapolis, and if we lose, our season's over. Here we go, and there's a quick throw. That ball is caught by number 13, which is not Cooper. Cooper's, I believe, 19, right? I don't really remember. So I was wrong about the Chiefs and Packers. The Chiefs won't get theirs. They're out. I was predicted what? Browns Chiefs. I got it completely wrong. Here we go. And now Prescott did it away incomplete. Cooper's 19. Number 19, that is. He's not 19 years old, but he's not. Here we go. Here we go. 2nd and 10. And there's a throw. That ball is, whoa, should have been picked off by Alexander. Now it's 3rd and 10. Prescott 1 for 3, 12 yards. 3rd and 10 from the R44. They're not in field goal range. Here we go. Come on. There's a throw. That ball is caught. Number 13, which I believe is down, went out of bounds. He got 6 yards. 4th and 4. They might go for it. They are kicking it. It looks like they are trying to kick it. It's 55 yards from the left hash for Zerline. And the kick by Zerline, it's online. Does it have enough lead? It does. Zerline in the snow from 55 hits it just over the crossbar. And Zerline, his nickname's Greg the Lead for a reason. And he hits a 55-yard field goal in the snow just over the crossbar. And the Cowboys strike first here in Green Bay. That's a touchback. There's Cowboy Nia in the end zone. Here comes A-Rod and the Green Bay offense. As I skipped his stats, but here we go. Trying to get back to the Super Bowl for the second time and the first time since 2010. Here we go. Obviously, they weren't guaranteed a home playoff game, but because the 5, 6, and 7 seed all won, he was guaranteed, or he ended up doing a playoff game. Here we go. A home playoff game, that is. Here we go. There's a throw. That ball is caught by Adams. And here he goes. One play, 36 yards, first down, Green Bay. 18 yards, 15 yards after run up to the catch. And by the way, the difficulty is on Pro, which is there's 4 difficulty levels here in Madden 22. It's Rookie, Pro, All-Pro, and All Madden. I'm on Pro. So, not the hardest, but not the easiest. Kind of in the middle of the road. Here's Jones that ran right into a buzzsaw, or a roadblock. 4 yards, send it down and 6. So we have a reliable kicker too. Mason Crosby has been on the Panthers his entire career for what? It's been 10 years at least. It might be like 13, 14 years. Here we go. Here's another bootleg. And Adams is wide open. No one within 15 yards of him. And I waited. He was wide open the entire time, but I was seeing if someone else was open. 12 yards right after the catch. Adams was wide open. No one was within like 15 yards of him. Now it's first and goal from the 2. 6-minute quarters, by the way. 6-minute quarters. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 1-0 or 3-0. Dallas. First and goal from the 3, and he's in. Jones is. Touchdown, Green Bay. And they've taken their first lead of the game. As they drive right down the field on their opening drive and score a TD. 6-3 Green Bay. Here's the tip by Crosby. With the holder is our better quarterback, Jordan Love. And extra points right down the middle. 4 plays, 75 yards, and it lasted 1 minute and 40 seconds. 7-3 Green Bay. 7-3 Green Bay. With 2:59 to go in the first quarter. And here's a tip by our punter. He does the tip down to J.K. Scott. And that will be short of the end zone. And it'll be returned from about the 5-yard line by number 27 for Dallas. And he gets tackled at the 23-yard line. 2:56 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-3 Green Bay. And remember, the Seahawks were only 10-7, and the Vikings were 11-6. So although there was the 1 seed and a 7 seed, they were only record-wise only 1 game apart. Here we go. And here's a throw. That ball is caught. And remember, if the Cowboys get to the NFC Championship game, it will be the first time in like 30 years that they would get to the NFC Championship game. For the Packers, it would be their 3rd straight year getting to the NFC Championship game if they can win this game. Here we go. Here's Elliott. Did tackle by Smith. Did get the first down, but he only down a couple, or maybe 3 yards. First down, Dallas. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Dallas at their own 36-yard line. Here we go, and they're done a divot to Elliott, who has, remember, freight train, that's factor. He got a couple, 3 rushes, 9 yards total for Elliott. 7 down and 8. 90 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Here we go. And now Prescott will throw it, and it's caught in a lot of traffic. He kind of got sandwiched by Chandler Sullivan and Savage. Darnell Savage, first down at their own 48-yard line. 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here we go. Here's Clark busting in. I was using him, and he gets Elliott in the backfield. Loss of 1 only, but still tackled for loss. 7 down and 11 as Clark blew up the guy that was trying to block him. Here we go, and that ball is caught by Lamb to our 42. He is a yard short though. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. They might not do another play. If they do, they're running it probably. 3 seconds. 2, 1. They will not run another play. We're through 1 quarter here in the NFC Division Round playoff game here in Green Bay. 7-3 Packers. Here we go. 3rd and 1 now. So now they're going the other way. 3rd and 1 from our 42. They're probably going for it if they don't get it. Here we go. It's a play action. I thought the running back had it, and then the throw to number 89 incomplete. And it looks like they're punting. I thought they would go for it. Obviously, it would be like a 60-yard field goal. They wouldn't kick it probably, but they're surprising their watch the fate though. Here's Anger, and they are punting it. I thought they would go for it, but they are punting it, and that will be caught by Cobb, and he would get like a 2-yard return to R21. Panthers get the ball back up 4. 5:50 to go in the first half. And remember, we did ball the second half. Here we go. Here we go. Rogers! And somehow it's caught by Adams. The defender thought he could intercept it, but Adams said no. Touchdown Green Bay. As Rogers threaded the needle to Adams. I don't know how that wasn't intercepted. The defender thought he had it. He thought he had the interception. And it was number 28 for Dallas. Thought he had the interception, but Adams said no, as Rogers threaded the needle to Adams, as the defender, like I said, thought he had the interception, but Adams said no and goes all the way to the end zone for a 79-yard touchdown, and the Packers lead 14-3 as Crosby makes the extra point. 14-3 Green Bay, 5:30 on the down in the first half. And remember, we did ball after halftime. The Packers did, that is. My goodness. Here's Scott, 14-3 Green Bay. And that will be out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Dallas down by 11. They did something down here. Surprisingly, it still didn't go for it because it's like they only gained the net at like 20 yards. Here we go, and now it's a QB draw or something, and Prescott's taken down. Title for a loss because it's a designed QB run, so it's not a stat. He only lost a yard. Sending down at 11. It was a read option where he could give it to the running back or keep it. Like that's like play for like Lamar Jackson. He kept it and it was settled for a 1-yard loss. Sending down at 11. And now Prescott in trouble finds Cooper. He's right at the first down marker and he short 3rd and inches, but it looks like he was hurt. Looks like he was holding like his arm or something. It's 3rd and inches now from their own 35-yard line. They're probably just gonna run it or they might sneak it. It's a halfback toss, and he won't get the first down. Desperately for the Cowboys, they got that. 5 rushes, 14 yards for Elliott. Only down like 5 there, but he only needed less than a foot. First down, Dallas. Yeah, longest run so far. Through a quarter and a half. Here's a throw, and it's somehow. My word, how did that get? Lamb got blown up right when he caught it and dropped it, but then before it hit the ground, Michael Gallup, another receiver for Dallas, caught it 7 inches from R49. And they're going to give it to Elliott. Elliott is short. He might have lost a yard. And now, yeah, it was 7 inches. Now it's 3rd and a yard. 1 yard loss. Now it's 3rd and 1 from the 50. From midfield, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Packers up by 11, and the Packers the ball after halftime. Here's Elliott, and Elliott is bottled up again. He lost another yard. 3rd turnover loss for Barnes in this game. I think he had Prescott and then Elliott back-to-back plays, and the Cowboys punted in. As it was 7 inches, then it was 3rd and 1, then now it's 4th and 2. Ainger's 7th straight punt, and it's a bad punt. I think it's returned by Cobb. There's a flag down at the 35. There's Cobb up to the 41, 42-yard line, but we have to check the flag. Might be on us, and we'll bottom the bet, so bring us back 10 yards from a spot on the foul, so it'll be 1st and 10 at our own 31-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the end of the run, rather. So 1st and 10, Green Bay at our own 31-yard line, up 14-3, 2:20 on the down in the first half, and remember, we did the ball for halftime. Here we go, here's a snap. A-Rod has been red hot. Here's a throw, Tanya in the tight end, doing real life. Towards ACL in Week 8 against the Cardinals, but here he didn't. Rodgers 4 for 4, 163 yards and a touchdown. Ashley Jones is the other touchdown. We have 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, 2-minute warning, 14-3 Green Bay. Last game of the divisional round weekend. Packers led in to take a stranglehold here in the first half. Here we go. And wide open is Tanyan, and he's inside the 40 at the 37. First down, Green Bay, 150 to play in the first half. Here we go, and now it's a run by Jones. Plenty of space, and he got 9 to the 28. Hurry it up. No, I was on a hurry it up, but let's not do that. I don't want to douse an opportunity, even if we score here. You're at a 110 to, or 110 to play here. A 7 inches. Then protection by the offensive line. Here we go. Enzo Adams! He's done it! I thought he was out of bounds, but he got 2 feet down. Touchdown Green Bay, second of the game. And the Packers lead by 17. And now reviewing it upstairs. There's under 2 minutes to go in the half, and even if there wasn't, it's a scoring play, and all scoring plays and turnovers are reviewed by New York. He might be out of bounds. He actually might be out of bounds, because the right foot's down, but the left foot might have came down out of bounds. And here's the call. Now it does stand. But I thought he was out of bounds, but does stand. 20, soon to be. And the tit is up and good. 21-3 Green Bay. 1:05 they go in the first half. And remember, Cowboys with the ball now, and all 3 towns down by 18. Like the Bengals were in the AFC Championship game in real life. We're up by 18 at 21-3. 1:05 they go in the first half. Here's a tit by Scott. J.K. Scott, our punter. And that will be in the end zone. Probably be a touchback, though, and it will be. Okay. So I was going to do this after when the last clip ended, but because when the last clip ended, it was right in the middle of a replay review. I have to let my dogs out, so although this clip's only like a minute old, I was going to do it after the last clip, but there was that replay review, so I didn't really do it. I'm going to bat 21-3 Green Bay, 1:05 they go in the first half. Winner will play the Vikings in the NFC Championship game in Minneapolis at US Bank Stadium. I'll be back. I've let my dogs out, so yeah, I'll be back after I do that. See you then. You missed anything else? I just said to let my dogs out, so I just did that. 1:05 they go in the first half. 21-3 Green Bay. Dallas with the ball now. Down by 18 though. And remember, we did the ball after halftime. Here we go. The first drive, they had a field goal, the Cowboys did, and since then they have, what, 2 punts? And then we have 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Here we go, play action, and wide open is Lamb, and he did tackle by Amos. Timeout number 1 used by Dallas. Biggest play of the game for Dallas so far, up to our 42-yard line, 59 seconds to go in the first half. 2 timeouts left for Dallas. Biggest play of the game. Here we go, here's Prescott rolling out, and Elliott spun around the die, or really juked around the die. Dallas calls the second timeout. They're at probably like our 30. First down and 10 first down and 10 for Dallas at our own 30, or at our 30. First and 10 Dallas. 51 seconds to go. One timeout left for Dallas. Here we go. Let's do this. That ball is picked it off. As I don't know who dropped it, but it was some defender who was literally right there, just dropped it. 2nd and 10 now. Lamb has 2 receptions, 43 yards. Elliott has a few receptions. Same for Cooper. Cooper might be hurt, and now Prescott sacked by Preston Smith. His first sack and 3rd tackle of the game. 3rd and 10 at 36. 45 seconds to go. And they don't call a timeout. There's only 20 seconds to go and counting. They still have 1 timeout. 3rd and 16. They're on the edge of field orange. There's a throw. That ball is dropped by Elliott with 17 seconds to go. They're trying to tip it again. This is like 2 yards shorter. This is 53 yards. He's from 55 earlier, going the other direction. This is from 53, going the other way. And the kick is blocked by the Packers, and we have it! As it's blocked, as Smith recovered it, Preston Smith recovered it, as he has 3 tackles, a sack, now a fumble recovery, as he recovered the fumble. I'm not sure who blocked it. We blocked it. I'm not sure what Packers player blocked it, but Preston Smith recovered the fumble at our own 45-yard line. 12 seconds to go, we have all 3 timeouts. Trying to get something before halftime, and Rodgers hits a throw incomplete. 9 seconds to go. Unlike in the real-life Packers and 49ers game, obviously it's not Packers 49ers, but it was still snowing in the second half. Well, first of all, the 49ers get the blocked the field goal on the last play of the first half, and then obviously blocked the punt and tied the game at 10, or blocked the punt and then returned it for a touchdown to tie the game at 10 with like 4:41 to go in the 4th. Well, at least the Packers in this game can block, because in this past season they only blocked like 1 field goal. Here's Adams, and he's got it! And there's 32 seconds timeout. Green Bay, they're trying to get a field goal. This will be 47 yards. So it's not only a dimmy, that's for sure. 47 yards for Crosby. And that do have a returner back, just since it's short, but unless I screw up like on the accuracy end of the power, that should be right down the middle. Here we have 47 yards from the left hash, send the Packers lead to 21. And remember, lead at the ball for halftime. And the kick should be good, and it is no good. It hit the upright. It hit the left upright and said no. It hit the left upright and stayed out. Crosby missed it. I missed the accuracy. Alright, I missed the meter going down by a hair, and in the snow, well, that matters when it's snowy and windy. 21-3 Green Bay at halftime. Let's listen to John Coachman and the EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Now, winner will play the Vikings in the NFC Championship game in Minneapolis. So the Cowboys did a field goal blocked, and then we missed a field goal. Happens. We did ball sets in half, remember that. Still up 18, which is still 3 scores, and there's only 12 minutes to go, because remember, it's only 6-minute quarters. I literally missed, and here's Cobb, and that'll be a touchback. The accuracy going up, or when you hit X, the meter starts and goes up, and you hit it at the top, you hit X at the top, and that's for power, and then when coming down, there's a little, like, box. In this case, it was a little, usually if it's closer, it's bigger, but when it's farther away, it's smaller. I hit X, literally half a second too late, like, that, like, I hit it literally a hair too late, and the meter was just past the box, and obviously when it's snowing and windy, it doesn't matter if you miss it by a hair, because obviously in this case it hit the left upright and stayed out. Here we go. Here's Adams. He's got it. Another big play, not a touchdown. But Rodgers 8 for 9, 264 yards and 2 touchdowns, 31-yard reception for Adams. And doesn't have every reception, but he has almost all of them, because obviously Samuel, I think he has like every one, except for like one maybe. Here's Jones. Jones, it ran to his own player, but still got like 7. 4 rushes, 23 yards, and a TD for Jones. He did get 7 on that. Here we go, 5 minutes to go. Adams 6 receptions, 232 yards, so he has 6 out of the 8. Here we go, and Rodgers almost is set. Got it to Adams! Down to the 11, or down to the 9, first and goal, Green Bay. Here we go. And now, thrown to the end zone, Samuel! He's got it! Curtis Samuel, who we got via trade from the Washington football team during the regular season, gets a touchdown. And it's now 27-3 Green Bay. Or really, the box is literally the same size as it was on the field goal. Just that one was right down the middle, because I had the meter stop. I had the meter stop right down the middle, or in the middle of the box, unlike the field goal. And by the way, our center is Ryan Jensen, who we got via trade from the Buccaneers, by the way. You just saw him there. Here's a tip by Scott. Packers up by 25, 4:26 to go in the third quarter, and they're, hopefully I'm not jinxing them, but we're probably well on our way to the NFC Championship game, by the way. 4:22 to go in the third quarter. We're up 25, which is 4 scores, so I'm not saying that's a dagger yet, but there's still a quarter and a half to go. But remember, 6-minute quarters. If it was 15-minute quarters, it wouldn't be over. But it's 6-minute quarters, so there's only just over a quarter and a half to play, and this offense can't do anything. Here we go. After that, they have a field goal, but then 2 punts at a blocked field goal, but they haven't gotten in the end zone. And at this point, like I said, down 28-3, which is 25 points, which is 4 scores, and there's only a quarter and a half to play. I mean, we're well on our way to the NFC Championship game. Here we go. Here's yeah, especially if we do that, but that's Preston Smith. So he had that fumble recovery. He has 4 tackles as a sack. Then that fumble recovery on the blocked field goal. I'm not sure who actually blocked the field goal. It was the guy coming in on the left side. 3rd and 4 now for Dallas. Down 25. Here we go. And that ball is incomplete. The play by Alexander that breaked up the throw to C.D. Lamb, and another punt for Ander. And now I tried to block that. I blocked the punt before. Here's Cobb from the 28, and he will get up to the 35. 3:11 to go in the third quarter. 28-3 Green Bay. Here we go, and now he got it away to Samuel, who dropped it. Rodgers 10 for 12, 300 yards as athlete, and 3 touchdowns, all to Adams, and obviously Jones is the other one. There's a snap. And now Tanyan, he's got it, first down to the 46, 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Vikings game is not going to be easy, because, well, one, it's going to be in Minneapolis, so that stadium will be rocking. That's reason one. Reason two, we are playing the 1 seed, which technically we have the same record as the 1 seed. So it's not like there's a big difference, but one, there's still the 1 seed. Two, it'll be in Minneapolis at US Bank Stadium. It'll be in Minneapolis at US Bank Stadium, and that stadium will be rocking. Here's a throw! And it's caught by Samuel down to the 30. Here we go. And that ball is caught. Down to the 14, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rodgers at 352 yards. Here's Jones. Jones kept moving down to the 10. Set it down at 5. Vernon Dillon. We only have 2 running backs. We have Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Kylan Hill was the third running back. I traded him. I don't want him. Dillon's in the game now. And here we go. And Rodgers is into the end zone as he broke a couple of tackles. It's a rushing TD for Rodgers. I believe he just did the belt. And it's 34-3. I wanted to give that to John or to Dylan, and I was starting to move up. I went up. I moved the left stick up because I wanted to start running early with I just missed the extra point. You gotta be when it's snowing and windy. You gotta be precise. You gotta be precise. You cannot. You have to when you're coming down on the accuracy. You gotta be perfect. You literally have to have you have to hit X right when the meter's coming down, right in the box, like that. I was literally right outside the box by like the hair, and that's probably right where I was aiming at. From the 6, here's number 27. We're only up 31 now, which that's not no time to haunt us. There's only 58 seconds to go in the third quarter. We're up by 31 still, which is still 4 scores. Might be 5. Well, still no, it's not. I don't think it's 5 scores. No, but it's 4 scores, which still is, yeah, they got a field goal in their first drive. Since then, they've punted every time, and the one time they didn't, they had a field goal blocked. And here's a screen to Elliott, which lost the yard. Prescott 10 for 16, 112 yards. Elliott 2 receptions, 11 yards. Obviously, just lost the yard on that reception. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Panthers up by 31. And out to play action. Plenty of time for Flat is down. Plenty of time for Prescott. Flat is down. Dallop's got it. But what's the flag? And they're really ice cold because when they did a big play, it's holding on. I believe that was their Schultz, their tight end. Sending it down in 21. 10-yard penalty replay. Down, sending it in 21. 15 seconds to down the quarter. And they're going to run it. And Elliott's down to the 23. It's only third down and 15. That's going to end the quarter. End of the third quarter, the score is 34-3 Green Bay, and they're well on their way to the NFC Championship game. So we got 7 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second, 13 in the third, and the Tallies got 3 in the first, and then obviously none in the second or the third. And we're up by 31 as we begin the fourth. You didn't miss anything. We begin the fourth quarter here in Green Bay. Panthers up 34-3. It was 3-0 Dallas, but now the Panthers have scored 34 and answered. Here's a screen on third down, and Elliott is tripped up. He might have got the first down, and he did not. 4th and inches. And they're probably going for it because, one, there's nothing to lose, down 31. They're probably going to sneak it, maybe. Press to under center, and they're not going to sneak it. And Elliott originally thought he was going to stop, and then he pushed forward and got the first down. First down, Dallas. 5 minutes to go, down 31. So the season's going to be over in 5 minutes. 5 minutes of game time. Here's a throw. That ball is caught by Dallas, and he's up to the 48-yard line. Prescott, 12 for 18, 134 yards. And only 154 total yards for the Cowboys. Packers have a lot more, and they have a lot more points. Dallas had a 3-0 lead, but then the Packers have scored 34 unanswered. Here we go. Only rushing 3. Almost got to him. Here's Schultz down to the 41 of Green Bay. First down, Dallas. 4:20 to go in the fourth. But you didn't see. Aaron Rodgers high-fiving his teammates aggressively on the sideline because he knows in 4 minutes he's going to the NFC Championship game. Here we go, and that ball is off the hands of Lamb. Here we go, and now play action. Like a 10, and that's a flag. That's going to be PI. That was definitely PI because he grabbed his arm right when the ball was coming. No, holding offense. It's on the left guard. Beg your pardon. I thought that would be because the flag came down. The flag thing on the below the scoreboard came out right when like the defender was held the receiver, but they're not calling offensive holding. So now it's set in 20. Here's a throw to Gallup, who got like 17 yards back. Third down and 3. 3.5 minutes to go after their team trying to get in the end zone and trying to get on the board for on the scoreboard for the first time since the first quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 3, and that ball is picked off by number 36, whoever the heck that is, and he's up to the 39-yard line of Green Bay, and T. Smith, the offensive lineman for Dallas, is injured. I'm not sure who's picked that. I don't know who 36 is, but we did an interception, and the playoff blues for Dallas continue as they're not going to make it to the NFC Championship game again. They've been close, but they haven't been there since, what, like 1990 or something like that. Here's a throw to Jones, the running back out of the backfield, and he's to their 43-yard line, first down, Green Bay. These fans and these players know it's the last home game of the year because obviously they'll be going to Minneapolis to play the 1-seeded Vikings, and then even if they make it to the Super Bowl, obviously the Super Bowl is in L.A. Here we go. Here's Jones. And Jones is down to the 37-yard line. Send it down and 5. Let's bring in Dillon. So I'm actually gonna not move up or move the left stick up, like to run forward like I did right there until Dillon actually has the ball. Because last time I did that, well. Not saying it didn't go well. The 2-minute warning, 34-3 Green Bay. As they're 2 minutes away, Green Bay is from making it to the NFC Championship game for the 3rd straight year, trying to win it actually. Because the last 2 years trying to win it this year, which will be 3rd time a charm hopefully. It's not an easy game though. It probably won't be a 34-3 game, and if it is, I'll take it. But it probably won't be. Here's Dillon, and he did not do anything. Last time when I started moving the left stick up. Before Dillon had the ball on the goal line, well, then it gave me options to pass, and then like receivers to pass to, and then I decided to run with Rodgers. Obviously, broke a few tackles and he ran into the end zone for a touchdown. Here's a throw! What a throw! He was hit as he threw, and someone down at the end, down at the 3. In real life, obviously, they wouldn't do this, but it's a video game. Sorry, Mike McCarthy. RPO. Here we go, and I'm going to dim it to Dillon, and Dillon is not in. I thought he went in, but down to the 1. Got to him a TD. 40 seconds to go. I'm saying in real life they wouldn't do this, but it's a video game. It's no hurt feelings. Here's Dillon, he's in. Touchdown. 43 Green Bay. 40-3. Yeah. Hope I didn't make the PAT this time. Right down the middle. hits right down the middle, and when I was coming down on the meter for accuracy, I'd had it right in the middle. As it's now 41-3 Green Bay, 34 San Antonio here in the game. As complete domination from Green Bay, and that is a touchback. Dallas struck first on a 55-yard field goal by Zerline on their first drive, and they struck first. It was 3-0 Dallas, and since then, since the Cowboys had a 3-0 lead, the Panthers have outscored the Cowboys 41-0. So 41 unanswered points for the Panthers after the Cowboys had a 3-0 lead after Zerline hit that 55-yard field goal on their first drive, and since that 55-yard field goal by Zerline on the Cowboys' first drive, the Panthers have scored 41 unanswered points. Here's a screen. Flag is down. 8 seconds to go. We need more flags in a game. It's a 38-point game, and they're call roughing the passer. So just great. They're calling it on Dean Lowry, but it's not like it matters because there's only 8 seconds to go, and it's not like it's game's anywhere close. Last play of the season, or last play of the game, and last play of the season for the Cowboys at least, most likely. And here we go. And Prescott is rolling out. And he's going to throw it on the run. That ball is incomplete. 1 second. So this will be the last play of the game and the last play of the season for the Cowboys. So, yeah. 2nd and 10. Could have ran it because no one was there. Last play of the game, barring a defensive foul, but it doesn't matter. He's going to just chuck it up, and that ball is picked up by Alexander at the buzzer. And he might be able to bring this all the way back, and Prescott brought him down. So at least Prescott, for him, makes a tackle on Alexander, throws a pick, but he makes a tackle on the Alexander who picked him off on the last play of the game, and for the Cowboys, the last play of their season. So it's that was the last play of the game where Prescott, got picked off, and then Prescott tackled Alexander. And last play of the game, and last play of the season for the Cowboys at least, not for us, not yet at least, as we completely obliterate the Cowboys 41-3. That was domination. That was domination. Average 16 yards per play, 3 takeaways, after 2 interceptions, after that blocked field goal technically counts as a takeaway. Last home game of the year for the Packers, because now we're going to Minneapolis to play the 1-seeded Vikings. It's not going to be an easy game like this, because yes, 395 yards and 3 touchdowns for Rodgers. Obviously, he had 1 rushing touchdown. It should be 4 touchdowns, and obviously Jones had a rushing touchdown, and Dillon had a rushing touchdown. Obviously, should have 42 points, but obviously Crosby missed that 1 extra point. So Crosby went 5 for 6 on extra points, and then 1 for 2 on field, he went 5 for 6 on extra points and 0 for 1 on field goals. So not good, but it's not like the end of the world, you know. Still. Yeah, so Crosby went 0 for 1 on field goals and then 5 or 6 on extra points. Obviously Scott, he did the kickoffs, and then Zerline 1 for 2 on field goals. Obviously he hit from 55 yards, and obviously the other one, which was from 53, it was blocked. So technically still counts as a missed field goal. Obviously the team never got in the end zone. So beat him up. The Packers beat the Cowboys 41-3 here in the divisional weekend. Completely obliterated Cowboys. They got Zerline had that 55-yard field goal on their first drive, and after that, Packers scored 41 unanswered points. So after that Zerline field goal, the Packers scored 41 unanswered points. Let's go to the main menu to see. Well, let's just advance the championship week or championship Sunday. It's what? It's going to be the Ravens at Bills, and then it's the Packers at Vikings. And obviously the next episode of the series will be the NFC Championship game against the Vikings in Minneapolis. Or the next episode of the series obviously will be the NFC Championship game against the Vikings in Minneapolis. I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life. I'm not sure when I'll post that in real life. But I'll be sooner than later, hopefully. As, yeah, Amari Rodgers from Clemson, that's the only upgrade. Yeah, I'm not going to just auto-upgrade him. He doesn't even play. He's on the roster. He's not like on the practice squad, but he's not one of the starters. So we beat the Cardinals 36-19, and then we beat the Cowboys 41-3. Yeah. But user settings. This is I'm showing you. It's on Pro. No, not this is for $20 first choice receive. I should actually make it where it's that we defer, but yeah, I probably should do that where it's with win and then receive, but well, whatever. Oh, I have to try franchise settings, right? If it's ever loads, sorry if it's forever. Yeah, franchise settings. Probably lead settings, I guess, probably. Yeah, it's on Pro. I know it might be hard to see because of the glare, but it's on Pro. Might be hard just because of the lighting, but still levels Pro, game style simulation. So it's on Pro, and if you watch like just watch like the Cardinals games, because episode 3, which was the Packers week 18, or the episode 3 was the Packers week 8 game against the Cardinals on Thursday Night Football in Glendale. It was 27-24. And like episode 1 where we put the Saints on opening day in New Orleans was 24-19. And then the Steelers game, which was really 38-19, so we lost 19-0. That was a blitz, and obviously then like, what, week 12, the Rams, we were down 10-0 in that game, but ended up winning. I think it was like 31-17. I mean, but just look at the first game, 24-19. The third game, 27-24. I mean, yes, I know the last 2 games and the game against the Lions. What do you expect with the Lions? I had to beat them up. I beat up the Lions in week 18, 41-15. Then beat the Cardinals 36-19, and then obviously beat the Cowboys 41-3. It happened, but obviously, well, also might have been just because of the snow. Just because 36-19, it's not really a blowout. You could say it's a blowout, but 41-3, it's maybe because of the snow, because obviously that thing where players have might not run at their full speed, but also Adams had I'm not sure, he had 3 touchdowns or something. So it's on Pro. Hopefully you didn't see it, but like I said, it might be hard because of the lighting. But game style, or still levels Pro and the game style simulation. So yeah, now no advance to the championship Sunday. It'll be next clip though, because this clip's about to end. So see you on the other side. So there's that thing of that RE, which I think means like reevaluate or something, evaluate that playoff blizzard, but I'm not gonna do that. So let's just advance to the conference championship. We'll be playing the Vikings in Minneapolis. So we obviously lost against them in Minneapolis in week 11. Because we played them obviously twice. Week 11 was week 11 and week 17. Week 11 was the game, or we played the Vikings in Minneapolis in week 11, and then we played the Vikings again in week 17, but at home at Lambeau. Playing them, we're both 11-6, but obviously they had the tiebreaker, so they won the NFC North. The Vikings did, and after that at the 1 seed and the first round bye. They have Dalvin Cook, who was a 98 overall. Dalvin Cook's a 98 overall. He had almost 1,400 rushing yards in the regular season. Yards per carry, averaged 5 yards per carry. 1,393 rushing yards, and then 12 rushing TDs. He's 5'10", 210 pounds, 98 overall. Obviously, we still have Adams. I mean, trip to the Super Bowl on the line. The Vikings did it there with their first trip in, I'm not sure when the last time the Vikings were actually in the Super Bowl. And then for the Packers, if they did there, it'll be their first trip since 2010. So yeah, there's a press conference for playoff rivals. Obviously, I'll do that. I'll probably not do that on camera just because it's conference championship. So and it is playoff rivals because I mean it's the 3rd time we're playing them this year. Lost in week 11 and then lost in week 11 in Minneapolis, and then won in week 17 at home. But it's gonna be hard. Obviously, the week 11 game was I played the moments and lost, but it's gonna be hard regardless because I mean it's on the road at US Bank Stadium, and that place when it's filled with fans is loud in real life, and in the stadium it will be. And Star made no mistakes, which in that previous game I didn't at all. I mean, did not. Obviously, yes, I did miss an extra point and a field goal, but we still won 41-3. So, yeah. Let's head to the playoff bracket quickly because I don't want to waste too much of my time and your guys' time. So, yeah. So, like I said, the Bills beat the Chiefs 19-14. The Ravens beat the Browns 17-10. We beat the Cowboys 41-3, and the Vikings obviously beat the Seahawks 31-14. So So it's like I said, it's a 6-seeded Ravens at the 4-seeded Bills, and then it's a 6-seeded Ravens at the 4-seeded Bills in the AFC Championship game, and then in the NFC Championship game, it's the 5-seeded Panthers at the 1-seeded Vikings. Looks like in real life the NFC Championship game was second, and the AFC Championship game was first. But looks like in this game, the NFC Championship game is first, and the AFC Championship game is second. So our game, the NFC Championship game is at 3:05 p.m. Eastern, and then the AFC Championship games, or the NFC Championship game is at 3:05 p.m. Eastern time, or the NFC Championship game is at 3:05 p.m. Eastern time, and the AFC Championship game is at 6:40 p.m. Eastern time. Which in real life it was opposite, but in this game it's the opposite of real life. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, next episode of the series will be obviously the Panthers. Or next episode of the series, like I said, will obviously be the NFC Championship game against the Vikings at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the Twin Cities. It's gonna be a good game. That'll be the next episode of the series. I'm not sure the NFC Championship game will be the next episode of the series. I'm not sure when it's gonna come out in real life though. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later. But obviously school, church, more important, and basketball. So yeah, hopefully the next episode of the series will be sooner than later. But obviously you guys will find out when I post it. And yeah, stay tuned. ODS Hamilton's on the board. If you subscribe to the like button, subscribe if you have. You know, tell your mom, dad, grandpa, aunt, uncle, friends about the videos. And I'm gonna see you in episode number 8 of his Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise series. See you in episode number 8. And eat a lot of bacon and go Packers.